Welcome to the Gals Guide podcast. Join us on an adventure to get to know famous and infamous women from around the world. Each of our presenters has a pick. Is she ancient history? Is she breaking news? Is she safe for work? Well, that's up to each presenter. All we know is that...
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome back. I am Riru, and I am joined by Bonnie and Julie sharing our South American gal pick. So, Bonnie already talked about Maria Cuteria. Yeah, we're going to go with that's close enough. We have listened to it at least 17 times, and this is me really trying to get it. Oh, I think, yeah.
Cuteria.
Oh, that's perfect. Like, I was scared it was going to tell us about pizza again. But Julie is going to go next and has a random question.
I do have a random question.
Yeah.
My random question is, it has to do with my person.
Sweet.
And if you were to wear a, I don't know, say a hat made of fruit, what kind of fruit would you have on your hat?
Ooh. Oh, that is a good one. Because right now I'm thinking about size. I'm thinking about weight.
Well, that's what they all say.
I'm thinking about flingability.
Flinging.
Dun, dun, dun. I have been in a grape place lately.
Okay.
So I
grapes are
kind
good.
of like the idea of not only is it not too heavy, but also it can be kind of like, you know,
And
flinging, flaring
snack-worthy.
around. And snack-worthy.
Snack-worthy and flinging.
I'm going with grapes. Grapes, final answer.
I would probably end up taking like a melon
Yes.
and hollowing it out and then having like the football helmet.
Oh, yeah.
And may or may not have like a hole for a ponytail. to
Oh!
go through.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Look at that.
But like, isn't there like a meme where they have a cat with a little melon
Yes.
helmet?
He
Yes.
does not look happy.
I mean,
Yeah.
do any cats really look happy?
Never. No.
But I like that idea because then it's safety
Yes.
as
Yes.
well as fashion
Fully
and function.
protected.
Yeah.
Fully protected. I personally would
Yeah.
do a watermelon knot. See, I don't think safety. The other way, scooped
The
out
upward. Oh.
with more stuff
Yes.
in it. Like
Oh.
fruit salad, but not like Midwestern fruit salad
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like stuff in it.
Right.
But like watermelon and different fruit in there. So I
Ooh.
could scoop it out and
I like it.
eat it. But I'm
Also,
always
if it's
hungry.
in that U shape, it's almost like an Egyptian kind of
Yeah.
headdress as
Yeah.
well. That is
Shareable,
very,
even.
yes. Look at that. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah. So any guesses on who my lady is? Anybody?
I mean, you did tell me,
Yes.
so I couldn't pretend, but I'm a horrible actor. That I have
Okay.
no
Chiquita
idea.
Banana Lady.
It is the Chiquita Banana Lady.
Yes!
That's exactly where that came from.
Look at
Carmen Miranda.
Oh, Carmen
everyone.
Miranda. Yes.
Yes. So Carmen Miranda is from Brazil.
Yes.
Brazil. See,
Yeah.
I can't roll my R's.
Oh, there you
I
go.
can't do
Brazil.
it. Brazil. I think I almost did it. But she has a really long name, right? Like they
Is she
all
like a
do.
five-namer?
Well, sort of. It's
Yeah.
like
Nice.
Maria de Carmo Miranda de Cunha.
Oh, I like it.
My Spanish is sucky.
But
y'all.
that was
It's
pretty
terrible.
good, though.
Yeah,
I could
so-
get the essence there. I like
The
it.
essence, yeah. It's probably the fruit drink. Anyway, so she was born in 1909.
Okay, yeah.
And her uncle gave her the nickname Carmen, probably because he didn't want to say all the names.
Right, there
is
you go.
my guess.
Shorten it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shorten that up. But she wanted to be an artist and a movie star her whole life. And around 1920s, early 20s, she went to work in a hat store.
Oh,
And it was her job to put the ribbons on the hats. So that
Ah.
then spawned this fascination with the fashion.
yes.
And so she designed, back then, they did that a lot anyway, but she designed and made all her own clothes. And she was very
Nice.
flamboyant anyway.
Mhm.
So she embraced all that. And the turbans that she used, the fruit hats that she used, those were all just part of her natural fashion.
Nice.
So that was really cool. And then she did several movies in Brazil.
Gotcha.
And she really loved these women that would they would sit on the road and sell fruit and vegetables, but they mostly were white, and they were I'm not going to say it right, Bahamian.
Gotcha.
So right, Bahamian women.
Gotcha.
And they were mostly white, right? And she loved that fashion. So all the frills and the ruffles and all
Yes.
that stuff, she kind of borrowed that for her own persona. And she came to the U.S. and made a lot of movies after making like 14 movies in Brazil.
Nice.
And when she came over to the U.S., she came over during a friendship embargo.
Oh,
So we were
yeah,
having
yeah.
a rough time with Brazil, and it was a talk of possible fighting and wars. And so when she
Ooh.
came over, she ended up going, the governor, the presidente at the
Right.
time, called her into, they called it a, quote, private meeting.
Oh, no.
And
Was there a
they
couch?
had an agreement
Oh, okay.
that she was going to go be this good Brazilian
Oh, she was going to
representative and represent
no.
South America with pride and all these things. So
Like an
when
ambassador.
she came to the U.S., she ended up doing her shtick, right?
Yeah.
Her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 40s, she went back to go do a concert there.
Mhm.
And they booed her off stage because they said that she was stereotyping their
Right.
culture.
Yeah.
Right. So she never went back after that. She came back to the U.S. and stayed in the U.S., which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I found out things I did not know about her. She was only 5 feet tall.
Oh, she was a little thing.
Oh.
Muy
She was-
pequeño.
Yes, yes. And so
Oh.
she invented platform heels.
Oh, so she'd be taller.
So she'd be taller and she could wear
Ooh.
those longer dresses that flowed
Yeah.
when she danced.
Nice.
And
I would think also her headpiece gave her some
and her
height as well.
headpiece, yeah. And those
I like it.
headpieces weighed up to 40 pounds.
Oh my
They
goodness.
were heavy. So that's why
Wow.
she was very
Sway.
yeah, her back was straight a lot,
Oof.
but she moved her hips more than she moved her shoulders.
Yeah,
and
that
back.
makes sense.
But she invented platform heels so
Oh.
she could dance.
Nice. And they're
they wouldn't
lightweight.
And it wouldn't
Yeah.
be too heavy. So I thought, I was like, damn, girl.
Yeah.
All right. And thank you for the 80s
Yes.
feeling my ankles. But because I wore cork.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
in the 80s.
Absolutely.
Because I'm that girl. Yes, I'm old. Live with it. Anyway, but she did all kinds of really cool stuff philanthropically
Yeah.
that was never talked about and you didn't hear about it. I
Aw.
also found out that she was the highest paid actress in the 30s and 40s.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. And her music career was insane. I'm going to pull this up really quick because we were talking before the show that
Mhm.
I've heard a lot of her songs. I grew up watching a lot of older movies and listening to
Mhm.
her songs and things like that. My dad loved Carmen Miranda. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but
She was
he
a
did.
guest star on a lot of TV shows
She
too.
was. She was like the
so-
Charo of her time, right? And
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
nobody on here probably knows who Charo is.
I love
but
Charo.
she was she was very much a guest star. She did What's My Line?
Yep. There you go.
She did all the game shows of the time or talk shows of the time and went on all the variety shows all the time as a guest. In 1939, she recorded a song called That Bitch, and I cannot find it.
Yes.
And then
Look at that.
my youngest
Yeah.
found it earlier, and apparently it was renamed to That Goat.
That goat. That's not as
That
good.
Goat.
I
It's
mean,
not as
if you're
good.
like Simone Biles and it's that goat and it's in a positive
Different
light,
goat.
yes. But if it's that bitch.
Yeah, it was that bitch. And the lyrics are like
Yes.
spicy. You can find them. I
Yes.
think you can find them on YouTube, something like that. So I'll find out. We'll
We'll
get
put
it in
it
the
in
show
show
notes. We'll
notes.
put it in the show notes.
Yes.
But it was one of those.
Gotta
A
love a
lot
song.
of people know her from her Oi 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 song or
Right.
Hello Hello song or the Banana song,
Yep.
which is with
Chiquita
Chiquita
Banana.
She
Yes.
that was actually a character she played.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons the Brazilians weren't real happy with her.
Well, typecast means cast. She had a commercial line, like a repeating commercial. It's like the Mac the Knife guy. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's a gig.
And she is the reason in the United States that we know salsa dancing.
Yay!
So she did a lot of really cool things.
Yes, at a price.
But exactly, because they
Yeah.
were so whitewashed or so Americanized, it was
Mm-hmm.
demonized in South America.
Right.
So, but I thought she was pretty cool. Did you guys know anything about her?
I know her image very well. I
Sure.
feel like her image is still on Chiquita Bananas in a
Yes.
very generic kind of,
Yeah.
trying to use the imagery without giving away too much in a line drawing sort of thing.
Right.
But I remember her in black and white, basically the cameo appearances, Nick at Night and all of that kind of good stuff. Where
Right.
it's just like, oh my gosh, it's Carmen Miranda again. Yes. Or the other part will be when people dress up as her for Halloween, even in TV shows and in real life, and be like, oh, that's Carmen Miranda. So yeah.
Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
she was on I Love Lucy twice.
I was going to say, but then I'm like going, am I just mixing up my
No.
Cuban with my Brazilian? Brazilian, and then that's just not right.
I thought I remembered like an episode where Lucy dresses up like her, like they were
right.
twins
Okay.
or something.
All right. There you go.
But she was
Sweet.
on twice, once when it was black and white, and then when it was the Lucy show.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
So you get to
she
see the
got
colorful
reprised.
nature.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. But Lucy did dress as her, and Ricky was not having it. Yeah. This is the rabbit hole I go down.
That sounds fair. I like it. No, it's
I may
a
have
good one.
watched like 4 Lucy shows.
Any Lucille Ball rabbit hole is a good one to be in. So, yes.
Bonnie, did you know much about him?
I know most about like the characterization of her. Like I know, like I'm pretty sure Bugs Bunny dressed up like
Oh,
her.
yeah,
or
that's
something.
right.
Like
yeah.
I know her from like
Right.
popular culture.
Yeah.
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 Which can be that mixed bag of, are they making fun of her, or
Right.
are they, just like, no, you know this character, let's play with it. Yeah.
Well, and she actually loved that people tried to imitate her.
Yeah.
Because it means that
They
it's-
recognized
At least
her.
they're talking about you, right?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Her message is getting out there at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was thrilled I found her, but like Bonnie said last episode, it was rough finding people that
Yeah.
either you hadn't heard of before, or you wanted to know more about, or that were actually from South America.
Right.
So, yeah.
Finding interesting people and be like, wait a minute, you're from the Caribbean. We already did that region.
Mhm.
Well, and yeah, right. I may have done that a couple times. She's looking right at me when she says that. But
I did it too. I stopped and started with a
Possibly
few
twice,
going,
yeah.
no.
Mhm.
but I had forgotten she wasn't from the U.S.
Yeah, no, this is very true.
Right.
Yeah.
And her caricature was what most people knew, but she
Right.
was very fluent in English, and she was fluent in
Yeah.
like 3 languages. So that was
Nice.
the other thing. Her big joke is I speak 20 English words, and I know money, money, money.
Oh, I like it.
Right?
Yes.
I
no,
know
that's
money, money,
fun.
money. I know
Mhm.
hot dog. I know handsome man. I know money, money, money.
There you go. Yes. But love
She
it.
was not dumb.
But it paid the bills and it's cute.
Exactly. But and she does have her own museum
Oh, sweet.
that in Brazil.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's really cool, like a big full circle moment where they have a lot of
Yeah.
her jewelry that she made and her headdresses and things like that. So I thought that was pretty neat. Side note on the shoes,
Yeah.
I was amazed. The tallest platform she had was 8.5 inches.
Whoa.
Could you imagine?
No.
Stiletto who?
I would be
I was like-
broken ankles, baby newborn giraffe the entire way of
Yeah.
trying to navigate. No,
And
no,
she
thank
did
you.
all the fancy,
Wow.
Mhm.
Along with
all the
40
stuff.
pounds on your head.
Yeah. She deserved every dime.
Wow.
And a chiropractor.
Yes,
and
true. Yeah.
foot
Mhm.
massages and things. Anyway,
Oh
I think
my
that's all I have
goodness.
on Carmen, guys.
Oh my gosh. I love it though. I love knowing more about her though. So yeah, probably brings that nuance, and I'll put stuff in show notes. So if somebody's new to getting the essence of Carmen Miranda in song and in fashion, it's a good way to do it. Sweet. Do you want me to wrap it up?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for us this week. Join us next week as another South American gal is picked to share as the Gals Guide podcast continues. Thanks for listening. Want to learn about more women of history? Gals Guide opened a unique women's history lending library. Come visit and explore our collection. Learn more at galsguide.org. Thanks for listening.